wanders through the Lake District, bagging Wainwrights and outlying fells. With his trusty IPs, a cap, and rugged good looks. His name is Dave Ostel, the Mountain Man. He wanders through the Lake District, bagging Wainwrights and outlying fells. With his trusty IPs, a cap, and rugged good looks. His name is Dave Ostel, the Mountain Man.
Right, welcome back to another episode of Dave Ostel Mountain Man. Today I've decided to come back to where my mountain climbing career began, and that is Skiddaw. The first walk I ever did back in 2020, parked in the same place at the Underskiddaw car park, where we're looking over to Clough Head and the Dodds, Lattrig. What we got over here? So we got Outer Side and Barrow. Most of it's in the Clag, and this is where we're headed, Skiddaw. Now you might be thinking, Dave, why are you walking up Skiddaw? It's all in Clag. Now then, the secret here is I've been working Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday and Thursday this week. Today is Friday, and on all 4 of those previous days there have been inversions, beautiful clear skies on the big fells. So that is not Clag. Well, it is at the moment, but I'm 94.5% sure if we get through that, we're going to have an inversion. Not just my first inversion. Break my inversion virginity. So this could be a cracking little yomp up. Now I didn't intend to come here because I have been driving down the lakes and whatnot. We drove all the way to Thirlmere just there, but it didn't look like Helvellyn was clearing too quickly. So I had a quick look on Skiddaw's webcam in my car, and you can just see the top of Skiddaw poking out of the clouds. So that's why I'm so certain that isn't Clag. So let's get up this tourist path and look down on the world of clouds below. Let's go. So I'll address the elephant in the room straight off the bat. I have a moustache, yes, and it's done wonders for my life. It is Movember. A lot of people at work said, let's all do that for grow a moustache for Movember. So on my week off last week, that's what I did. And I get to work Monday morning this week and nobody's done it. Just me, looking like a prat. But however, I feel it has increased my IQ by a couple of dozen points. I feel more intelligent. I feel like I look the part of the mountain man now. Every other channel I watch, nobody's got a moustache except me. But yeah, we're going to be heading into the cloud pretty shortly, but then we'll appear out of it at the top. Oh yes, oh yes. We'll go up via Skiddaw Little Man onto Skiddaw itself. We've got some bait, a cup of tea, some pork scratchings today. Now this was hard coming out today. 2 weeks ago we finished the outlying Wainwrights on Black Coombe, such a highlight of my life. It meant a lot to me that a lot of people turned up, and I appreciate every one of them. But since then I have not been out. Last week, like I say, I was off 7 days. I just couldn't find any motivation to get out. Weather wasn't great, like, but that's probably an excuse. weather's been fantastic this week while I've been at work, apart from today, so that's why if there isn't an inversion up here, I'm going to hoy this GoPro off top of Skiddaw into Bassensworth Lake. But that probably won't happen, because I'm quite intelligent and I know when to find inversions. I've been doing a lot of research. Weather's perfect, it's quite warm, clouds low, so above that cloud should be cold weather pushing the cloud down. That's the theory anyway. Was going to go out to the FELLS corridor route today, but I thought I'd have a shorter drive just in case there isn't an inversion. But right, memories come flooding back here. This little area here, where the gate is and the stile, is where my first adventure up Skiddaw almost ended. I was with two friends at the time, none of us had done a mountain, and those two decided at this point that they'd had enough. That is quite high though. Well, I guess we're about 350 to 400 metres here, having started at about 250 from the car park. But yeah, I didn't want to follow them back down. I needed to finish Skiddaw. It was a fairly nice day at the time, back in the summer 2020, and this is what faced me. I thought that was the summit up there, just on the horizon, but it wasn't, as I found out. But I kept going. It eases off near the top. This first sort of half hour, 45 minutes of Skiddaw, yeah, is probably one of the more grueling paths in the Lake District, even though it is well laid. But yeah, that little area there could have meant a different direction for my life, and I'm glad I pushed on through that gate or over that stile. So yeah, a recent lack of motivation to get out and climb hills just after finishing the outlying fells. I thought this might happen. It is quite difficult. I'm a psychological person. A lot goes on up here that I don't let be known. There's no... Well, I've done everything in the lakes, 330 mountains. There's Burketts to do now. 170 odd of those left, which I am going to be working through, but I just don't have the same passion for as the Wainwright fells. The Howgills are on the agenda, but there aren't many of them, so that's not going to last long. 3 or 4 big walks in the spring next year should tick them off. I'm aware there's a lot of routes I haven't done, but I still find these places very intimidating. I do try and encourage people who haven't been before to get up them, but they still intimidate me. I don't know if it's respect or I'm scared or a bit of both. Especially when you're on your own. I think I prefer walking with other people now. I've shifted from that mentality of being a lone wolf of late. It's just good to have someone to banter with, even if you've never met them before. I keep mentioning the Facebook groups, Lake District Hiking and Wild Camping, run by Alan Hovarth. Some great charity events he does on there as well, and a lot of fantastic like-minded people. Over 100,000 members now, but it still feels like a close-knit community, so I do recommend you to get onto that. And if you're going anywhere, just post where you're going, you know, night before, a couple of nights before, a week before. Just say I'm going to go fancy a walk, say where you're going, maybe I don't know, Helvellyn on Friday, meet up here at 7:30 and just let people join you, you know. A little bit of banter, put yourself both at ease, and you make a new friend. It's a great way to increase your network. And I'm going to use it myself next spring and summer to coincide with the Mountain Rescue annual charity event that seems to be now taking place on there, where they try and camp every Wainwright on a particular night. This year they're going to add a few walks for people who don't fancy camping, and I thought I'd get involved in that and maybe offer up a massive hike for people who fancy. So there are 7 regions of the Lake District. Each has 30-40 Wainwrights within. My ambition is to do each of those 7 regions as separate multi-day walks, maybe taking 2 or 3 days, 4 in some cases. However, in the summer I tried one alone, the Northern Fells, and I couldn't do it. So this is why I feel I would love to invite up to 10 people or so to join me for one of those. Let's see if we can help each other through it and tick off. I think I'm going to start with the Northwestern Fells. I plotted a route for that. I've already plotted a route for the Northern Fells. Both of them are around 37 mile. So 2 18-mile days or 3 sort of 14-mile days. And like I say, I'd like to do one of those for each region and try and get around all the Wainwrights in as quick as possible. I don't think it's been done before. I've not seen anybody do these walks because I've kind of plotted them from scratch out of a brain fart of my own. So I think that might be fun. So I'll leave a link to the Facebook group where I post. I only post in that group. I know there's numerous outdoor groups, but I feel ours is one of the strongest communities. And yeah, let's do some group hiking in 2025. So as you can see, the clag is getting a little brighter as we walk further up, which signifies the top of this mountain is going to be poking out of them. So that's a great sign. It's a struggle to keep that enthusiasm and knowing what you're about to see when you get up there, because it doesn't feel promising when you're fully in the clag, but you just have to persist. Persistence is key. Aye. Aye, so it's taken me about an hour to get to this call point here, just by this fence. You've got a few options from here. Up here is Skiddaw Lesser Man and Little Man, a Burkett and an actual Wainwright. You can skip those 2 out if you wish and just go this way. I'm quite sure there's an inversion nearby. This fell, Skiddaw Little Lesser Man, this one, Burkett. We're going over to Little Man next, just out yonder. Hopefully there'll be an inversion on there. starting to think there might not be an inversion. Last pull up to the summit just here, it's my favourite bit, this bit, and just the ridge walk. If we can stand up. Oh, what an adventure. I think this is just what I needed. Views would have been nice, but we've had them before. The plaque hasn't blown away. You're not stopping? Back down. A lovely cup of tea. Touch the summit and back down. He had a moustache like me as well, he looked well cool. Anyway, I'm just going to have a chill here for 10-15 minutes, see if this inversion maybe happens. We're having a little tea party on Skiddaw. Aye. You know what? I don't think it's far from an inversion. It's very bright up here. Look, I think the clouds are just about another 200 metres up. So if we're on Ben Nevis, we'll probably have an inversion. Maybe. Maybe I'm just an optimist. But I needed this walk today because it's my first walk since Black Coombe, and I didn't care about the weather. I just wanted a fight outside, see if I can still do 900 plus meters, you know, because all these outlying fells have been 300, 400, 500 tops really. So it's good to see I've still got a little bit of fitness even though I'm putting weight on. So I think I'm going to take a little break from YouTube probably till the new year. I'm going to start getting some plans in motion for these big multi-day hikes that I have planned, get some dates set in stone. I do really want to do this. I want to bring you things that nobody else brings you, so that's why I'm not going to refilm walks that I've already done. If there's a good dumping of snow this winter, yeah, I'll get a couple of routes done in that, but I'm just going to take it easy until the new year now and come back strong in 2025. Right, that's just down from Skiddaw. Apologies I couldn't bring you any inversions. I thought there might be one because there's been one every bloody day this week that I've been at work. But anyway, it's not to be sometimes.